Hello, boys. As it's the new year, I'm sure you're looking for some motivation and, some words of encouragement to hopefully help you succeed in your goals this year, or, push you in the right direction, or, you know, you want to see more videos that are motivating to, keep sticking to your goals and get to where you want to be. So I thought I'd get on here and talk about, or at least say some words that are going to hopefully stick with you throughout this year, throughout, the next few months, the next few weeks, however long your goals are. And what I wanted to say is everything is your fault. The life that you've got right now is your fault. Whatever it may be, with like relationship wise or money wise, your body, how your mind works, how you think, is all your fault. How your mind works, how your body performs, how you feel, how you get up in the morning is due to the food you are eating. Your financial situation is probably because you're spending too much time gaming or distracting yourself with social media. Your relationships, you can't really understand why you're attracting the same girls or why you're not getting any girls at all, and that's to do with like your trauma bond with your parents. Like, you are attracted to your mother, or the way they love you is affecting you, and you seek that in partners. So I want you to realize that everything is your fault because of it starts with in here, your mind. It starts with what you do on a daily basis, what you think on a daily basis, from the minute you get up to the minute you go to sleep. Everything you do, everything that you're consuming, everything that you're saying, everything that you're talking about with people, everything that people are talking about with you, the things that you allow into your life, the things that you allow to be said around you, to be done, like, you allow the situations in your life. If you can't say no to, going out, or no to people saying certain things that are, going to distract you or pull you away from your goals, then it's no wonder why you can't stick to anything. You can't keep consistent with your goals, or your fitness journey, your financial goals, whatever it may be. And I really realized this, previously. 2023 was a big year for me to really realize that everything is actually my fault. And I thought this was a perfect topic to talk about, especially for this new year. Everyone's looking to do new things, to set new goals. They got places they want to be. They're growing up. They want to grow up. They want to mature. They want to, look for a partner, look for a new job, all these sorts of different goals that you've got in mind. And you need to realize that the things that you're allowing yourself to watch, like, gaming videos or just shit content on TikTok, people like that you surround yourself with, that they're talking about, they're gossiping, they're talking about superficial things that aren't really going to get you anywhere, aren't really going to benefit you in any sort of way, then you're allowing this. It's your fault, because you're allowing that into your life. You're allowing your mind to take control and tell you, oh no, it's okay to eat shit food, it's okay to, you're coping. You're allowing your comfort zone to really take over, to really control your life. And if we're going to want to achieve goals, if we're going to want to get to the places that we want to be, we really need to dial in on our mind. And I want you to really listen to yourself on how you speak to yourself. This is the first thing that I want you to do, is really just listen to how you speak to yourself. But before we do that, because it's kind of hard to really pick up on the things that are going through our mind, like on a day-to-day basis. Like, we can be, yes, aware of like a couple of things, said here and there, But I want you first, because it's really easy to listen to your friends or listen to people you engage in conversations with. Listen to how they speak to themselves, especially in like a competitive scene where like they're losing, or the game doesn't go their way. If you're gaming with your friends, really listen to how they speak to themselves, because you'll notice when things don't go their way, when things are a bit negative, the game's not going the right way, they're dying all the time. Like I'm not saying game, but like I just want you to get into like this mode of just observing other people, because it's a lot easier to do than observing ourselves. But once we observe other people, it's a lot easier to observe ourselves. So in this situation, you'll notice them saying, "Oh, I'm so shit," I'm just making like these little comments or joking about themselves. And there's a saying, Bruce Lee says it, he doesn't speak badly about himself in either like a joking way or serious way, because the brain doesn't know what's true and what's not. So if you're joking about you being shit at something all the time, or you not being confident, or you can't speak to women, like you just make jokes about it, or even just passing like a comment and just saying like a little phrase to someone you're speaking to, "Oh no, I don't want to do that," or "No, I'm a bit scared, that's a bit out of my comfort zone," like little things like that will completely, if you pick up on that, you will completely change how you speak to yourself and how you speak to others. You will understand why you're doing a lot of the things that you're doing, because you beat yourself up about eating shit food, you beat yourself up about watching porn, and these are the reasons why you can't stick to these goals, these things that you want to change in your life. Obviously a lot of other stuff comes into play with motivation and discipline and all this, but once we get past like the first few weeks of the gym, the first few weeks of like starting a new habit, starting a new business, it's all fresh, it's all very exciting, motivating, so we can stick to it very easily. But the reason why we can't stick to it, again, motivation, discipline, but it's them, when we have them mistakes, when we make some mistakes, when something goes bad, we beat ourselves up about it, we talk to ourselves negatively, we make jokey comments, or we just make comments in general about not being good at something, and that's your fault. You haven't picked up on how you speak to yourself. And like I've mentioned in past videos, how you speak to yourself, the things that you believe about yourselves, the self-beliefs, the self-doubts, all these different things about yourself, what you believe about yourself, will affect what you're going to do, because our mind creates our reality. Our mind, our thoughts, how we think on a daily basis creates our reality. And think about it like this, it's December's gone, all the shit food, all the partying's gone now, and when it's coming to the near New Year's, you're like, okay, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to start the gym, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to do all these good things, I'm going to start all these new habits. And at the beginning, that's it's very fresh, it's very motivating, that thought is in your mind, and all you have to do is keep repeating that thought, because we're creating neurons, new pathways in our brain, connecting every time we tell ourselves these new things, these things that we're not used to. It's creating and solidifying the pathways in our brain, making the habit and the action that we're doing a lot stronger. So if we're telling ourselves, I'm going to go to the gym today, I'm going to go to the gym today, and keep repeating it, or I'm going to stick at this business, I'm going to make some money, or whatever it may be, you need to realize that the way you think is dictating how your life is, and that is your fault. You haven't picked up on your thoughts, your unconscious thoughts and subconscious thoughts, and your subconscious thoughts are the most powerful thing that, our subconscious thoughts control us so much more than our conscious thoughts, because it's easy for me to go, oh, I'm very strong, I'm strong, but subconsciously I think I'm pretty weak because, I don't know, some Bob in the gym is a lot stronger than me, so I see myself as weak. He's a lot bigger than me, he's got, bigger shoulders, bigger arms or whatever, and that makes me feel a bit less than, or something like that. And subconsciously, if you're like putting yourself down, if you're telling yourself, oh, he's bigger than me, he's stronger than me, then this is going to go into your subconscious, and then you're not going to want to like push harder or try and get stronger. You're going to believe that you're weak, so you will stick to that weight. You won't want to push harder because you believe that you are weak. You believe that if I try hard, there's no point because there's always going to be someone bigger than me. And yes, that is true. There is always going to be someone bigger than you. There's always going to be someone more intelligent than you. There's always going to be someone more richer than you. But we need to, come away from social media and all these things that are creating these anxious thoughts in our mind, and completely change our mind, our whole experience that's going on in here. And it's a very, very hard thing to do, but if you're watching like videos like this, if you're watching podcasts, or you're doing things that are going to confirm these new self-beliefs that you want to develop, like I'm more intelligent, so you start reading books, you start doing research, you start reading articles, you start watching podcasts, whatever, to make you more intelligent. You want to believe that you're stronger, you're fit, then you'll start going to the gym, you'll start running, you'll start doing HIIT workouts, all these things to confirm that self-belief. It's easy, it's delusional to tell myself, oh, I'm very fit, I'm very athletic, but I don't go to the gym. That is delusion. But if you're telling yourself these new self-beliefs, but then confirm it with the action, then this is going to completely change our life. This is going to completely change how we think. Then you'll start to realize, okay, my mind is so much powerful. That doesn't make any sense. My mind is so much more powerful than what I thought, because you can choose any thought, any thought in the world, any self-belief that you want to acquire, if you start believing it and then start confirming it with the actual action in real life, then this is going to confirm it. This means that you can become anyone you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You have to stop letting your ego, your comfort zone control you, your mind control you. Our ego's there to protect us. It's a mechanism inside of us to protect us from scary things. It's going to tell you, don't go up to that girl, don't try and get her number, don't go to the gym, you don't look as good as them, don't try and make money, you're not worth making money, you're not that intelligent, the people are not going to listen to you, all these negative things. You can't let this control your life. And a lot of that, I've realised, comes down to being anxious, comparing yourself to a lot of other people, which comes down to social media, comparing yourself. We're always seeing other people doing better than us. And yes, it's competitive for us men, because, people have got Lamborghinis and all this money, footballers, and if you're seeing that on a daily basis, you're going to compare yourself. Yes, it's nice to see, but subconsciously you're going to think you're less than. You're not going to think, oh, I can get that. Give it 5 years, give it 10 years, and you could get to that position if you just come away from social media, if you come away from all this bullshit that's going on in the world and concentrate on you, why you do things, why you think certain thoughts. Then if you can completely change that, if you can, wake up and think, literally tell yourself, oh, I'm energetic today, I'm happy today, and then go out and have the best day of your life, go and give some love to random people, or go and have good conversation with someone, and that's going to confirm that you're happy, you're energetic, you can have good conversations. So yeah, I wanted you to realize that everything in your life is your fault. you have to realize that everything in your life is your fault. The way, why you keep looking for the same sort of girls, why your relationships keep failing, why you're not making much money, why you're just on minimum wage. It's because of everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying to yourself, talking to yourself. So I want you to take that actionable step in first observing other people, to then transfer that into yourself and start observing yourself. It's a lot easier and it's a lot more comfortable to start observing other people, and I'm very good at this just because of my environment, my upbringing. I've had to always observe my environment, so I've really become good at this, and this is something that I'm very good at, and that's why I want to share it. I want you to get good at observing people and understanding, like making the little comments, the jokes about themselves, and then speak out loud. Once you've observed these people and started to pick up on certain things and why they do certain things, then it's a lot harder to pick up on the things that you're telling yourself in your brain, because it's just like a passing comment, or like it's just a thought. We don't think it's real unless it happens. I don't know how to explain that. But like, if we're speaking out loud, say you're in a car on your own, just have a conversation with yourself. If you're on a walk, have a conversation with yourself out loud. Just whisper, or speak normally like you're speaking to someone, like someone's there. Yes, it sounds fucking crazy, but being able to hear yourself, physically hear yourself, it will it's easier to pick up on the way that you speak to yourself. And this, I think, is the very beginning of changing and completely changing who you are, by picking up on how you speak to yourself subconsciously or unconsciously. Because like I said, the subconscious, the unconscious is very powerful. It controls who we are, or the habits that we do every day unconsciously, subconsciously, is going to create our reality in the future. If we do, we read 10 pages every single day, and that's just an unconscious act that we do, 10 minutes every day, then eventually, we're going to start finishing books. We're going to start having to buy new books to keep reading this 10 minutes a day, and we're going to become more intelligent. If we start going to the gym for an hour a day unconsciously, we've got to that point that habit is just ingrained into us. We're going to have a nice body, an aesthetic looking body, an athletic looking body, a body that women are attracted to. If we speak to ourselves kindly, then we're going to make a mistake, but change the way we speak to ourselves. Okay, I made a mistake, but I can change, I can do better. Not like, oh, I'm so shit, I can't do this, this isn't fun anymore, or there's no point me trying anymore because I'm not good enough. All these negative things, once we can change that, we need to make mistakes to have a lesson, to learn from. We learn the most from lessons, from our mistakes. So making mistakes is part of life, part of what we need to do to become better, become a better human. To when we're in them uncomfortable situations, this is where we learn the most, because we're attacked so much, or we feel so uncomfortable, it's so memorable, so it goes deep into our psyche, into our subconscious, like, okay, don't do that again, and we learn, and then next time we can speak better, we can say a different pickup line to that girl, whatever it may be. So yeah, I thought this would be a good topic to talk about today, to really start off the new year, because I think a lot of people don't talk about this stuff enough. I don't hear a lot about this stuff enough, and I think that's why a lot of people are stuck in their comfort zone, because they just don't understand why they do certain things, why they can't stick to their new habits. And if you enjoyed this sort of stuff, like subconscious and unconscious sort of stuff or habits. Like, I've got loads of other videos on my channel that talk about this, so just go through that, just go through my channel, having a look at these videos, and a lot of the stuff I do explain all this sort of stuff about unconscious and subconscious thoughts and actions, and how to change that, and actionable steps that you might be able to take into your life to change who you are. Because this is, I've said it many times, but the very beginning, I feel like that last year was, just the beginning. It was just the beginning of me becoming someone new, someone different, becoming me, the real me. Because for so long, I haven't been living like I wanted to live. I haven't been thinking the thoughts that I wanted to think. I haven't been doing the things that I wanted to do. And this last year has really showed me that I can do absolutely anything. And that starts with your thoughts. So I hope this helps, boys. Thank you for listening. Have a good one, boys.